Backdrop, I'd like to welcome our next guest, DavidFarbman, and he's a New York Times best-selling author and speaker on business and individual improvement. And he is the CEO of the HealthRise Solutions, a revenue cycle firm working with healthcare systems, and the chairman and founder of the Carbon Media Group, which is a media company focusing on the indoor audience. David, good morning, and thanks for joining us for Small Talk.
The outdoor audience.
Yeah.
The outdoor audience, not indoor.
I'm sorry, the
outdoor,
outdoor.
baby.
See, my mind, that's what happens when you're stuck at 17 floors, right?
I know
You
it.
think about indoors and getting to the outdoor.
I figure the good part is it was obviously divine intervention, which is why you went to say hi to the guy, because otherwise you'd probably been stuck in that elevator for a few hours.
Yeah.
And I think better to be on the stairs.
I guess some people were actually stuck in the elevator for 2 hours.
Right.
I saw in the local news, and I can't imagine. Can you imagine? I don't want to imagine, but being in a small elevator space, that would just
Not fun.
That would not be fun. How you doing, man?
Good, my man. No complaints at all.
It's always good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Oh, I wanted David to come on because Dave he's a serial entrepreneur, and he's been successful in the different types of businesses that he's had. As we all know, this show is focused on entrepreneurship and small business development. So, Dave, if you could just kind of share with us, introduce yourself to the audience, share with us your story.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a believer that leaders of companies, no matter if you're starting a company, you're managing a company, directing a company, no matter what you're doing with a company, leaders of companies are either going to be thing builders or people builders. And you need to know, as a leader, are you a thing builder or a people builder? Some of the great thing builders, Steve Jobs, the most brilliant thing builders. But I'm a people builder, so I believe in finding people and helping them go beyond what they thought was within their potential and make themselves scalable and moldable and grow. And so I believe in building things with people. And so the commonality, whenever I'm asked about, hey, what does, you wouldn't know, you're in this industry. I've been in real estate. I've been successful in healthcare. I've been successful in the outdoor industry, the public speaking industries, the author and writing aspects. And I will tell you that the commonality is, for me, is people and culture, and building something that people want to be a part of, and developing a lot of clarity and a lot of determination to go after the targets that we agree together are the right ones.
How long have you been an entrepreneur, Dave? How many years?
So if you ask my dad that question, who's, I would say definitely my mentor, much like you,
Yes.
my father, I have an incredible amount of respect for him. He would tell you since I have been about 5 years old.
Oh, my.
My brother and I were running baseball card shows as kids and comic book shows, and I think I sold yo-yos to firecrackers to you name it, and I think I single-handedly annoyed half of the parents of Huntington Woods as a kid here locally with my my business ideas. But for as long as I can remember, and I really love to watch something build.
Yeah.
I find what I really love is to help someone who has great potential, and they've had a nice run in their career maybe, but they haven't hit that breakout point in their career. They haven't discovered what within them is going to make them that much better, what is unique about them. And I think one of the things that we do so well in our companies is focus on continuous improvement of people and always being mindful of the filters, right? Because, you and I, we don't see the world the same way.
That's right.
And when we realize that we start with those filters on things and we're totally focused together as a team on the core and the targets and what we're after, you realize really quickly it ain't about being right. It's about hitting the target and getting there and doing what it takes to get that done. And when we remove ego, it's amazing how fast we get a lot of things done in our companies.
So now your family also owned the Farbman Realty Group.
Correct.
Right. Now, how long has that been around?
So it's been around since the 70s. My brother runs the business today along with Andy Gutman and Mike Khalil here in town. They've done a great job growing it. When I ran the company, it was more about my brother had come back from Wall Street. It was institutionalizing the business. It was allowing us to go into bigger transactions, go into bigger opportunities, and Andy has continued to build that and really maintain and build a great brand and works hard at it. I always say I'm not in the real estate every day or day to day, but we all know that once you're in real estate, it's really within you. In fact, I think everything in our life tends to come back to whatever we started in for vocations. We usually leverage that back.
So my question is, so you had a natural business that you could step into.
Yes, for sure.
The realty business with
Yes.
your family name and everything. Everybody
Yes.
knows your company, of
Yes.
course. Why did you decide to kind of shy away, so to speak, and really get off into your own experiences away from that particular piece of business?
So I'm a diehard hunter. Bow hunting is what I love most. And I have found that everything I've learned in life, I shouldn't say everything, a lot of what I've learned in life has been in the field, so to speak. It's been hunting. And I have figured out how to, much like The Hunt, the book, the New York Times bestseller, really drawing how business and life is all about hunting. And you realize that hunting is not about killing, it's about hunting. And so in that light, I had always wanted to start a professional hunting league. And I had a really good run going in real estate, and I said to my brother, I really wanted to go take a shot, and I was going to start this. I think Andy half agreed because he was ready to get the reins and take control of the company from me, and he was the right guy anyway, and also because he said, if you're this passionate, let's go see what you can do.
Yeah.
Needless to say that we got into it. We went big. We raised a lot of money. It turned into a nightmare. We did a non-fatal edge to it. So we had patented a way to put a tranquilizer into an arrowhead. We thought it would be more palatable to the neutrals or to the non-hunters of the world and help grow the sport. I managed to literally piss everyone off there was. I mean, I had the NRA and PETA aligned, right? Like that takes skill to get caught in that pickle, but that's
I can't see you doing that, man.
Well, we did it, and then you go and you learn what you did wrong and you adjust, and that's what I believe in business. You got to pivot when those times come, and we pivoted that company. I thought we were going to run out of money, and it was over. Luckily, I raised a little more than what we needed, or we probably wouldn't have made it. And being a real estate guy, I saw all these websites that had single-handedly destroyed my business venture. But I thought, wow, no one's really monetizing the advertising opportunities on these websites. No one's really aggregating these websites to offer big brands that wanted to get in front of outdoorsmen. No one was in that business. And I'm a real estate broker, in my mind. And I became what was called at the time an ad network and began to roll those sites up. Well, as luck would have it, not in a good way necessarily, but we had so many losses from the venture we had done that for a while we didn't have to pay taxes on the gains, and we ended up taking the dollars, buying out the websites, and much like a real estate business, becoming a first-party business, meaning you own some of the properties, and then becoming a third-party business where we would represent the properties. We aggregated the audience. Today, that company is in the content business. We have an OTT platform. It has 31 million visitors a month. It's the number 13 largest property online in North America in the sports category. And it's kind of become the Google of the outdoors. So it's really cool.
I mean, okay, so we've got Dave, the 5-year-old, so in baseball cards. Then we have a family with the Farbman Realty Group. And then we have your serial entrepreneur. Now you're involved in a program. You've written a book. We'll have you talk about that in a second. You have HealthRise Solutions, which is your latest venture.
That is the one. If there was one company that I can't believe how much it is evolving and really allowing me, right? You write a book and you do your best to put it all in play, but we all know, your life evolves, things change, you look at it, but as far as systematically implementing the hunt and the medley of things that I've spent my time studying, it has been a perfect case study of if you put the right people with the right core values in line with your core values into a position that have the right attitude and a burning desire to hit those targets, you really can achieve excellence. And that company is achieving excellence.
And I would tell you, I had a chance to visit David in his office. David Farbman is with us this morning, and he's a serial entrepreneur. He has HealthRise Solutions, doing very well. I had the opportunity of visiting him in his office in Southfield in the IBM Tower, I believe, right?
Yep.
And I got to tell you, he's created a nice environment over there. The employees enjoy working for him, working with him. He's made it very employee friendly. And I got to tell you, I was very impressed by what I saw, which leads me to my next question. As you know, this show is focused on entrepreneurship. So I'm listening this morning. I'm an aspiring business owner. I'm just, give me some, what advice would you give? 3 or 4 bullet points that you want to share with them.
Yeah. So number one, first and foremost, is you just have to have a burning desire to create. And if you're not a naturally visual person, you still need to work hard to create, whatever way it works for you, a clear vision of where you want to go, what the goal is, what the target is, and make it real, but make it something you're going to focus on. Second piece is whenever you're in situations, have a clear desired outcome in meetings, have a clear desired outcome when you walk into different encounters, and be authentic about what that is and where you're trying to move, because your chances to get to that point are a lot better. As my good friend's mom used to say, if you don't ASK, you can't GET. And I think that the third aspect is don't just label things, look deeper in. You know, it's so easy to just smack a label on in today's world, but it's within that introspection, it's within going in a little bit deeper where you find the right leading indicators that actually drive a business. You find the things that matter, but it comes because you got to have a real dedication to going deeper in when you do it, and never assume you're absolutely right. The minute you think you are, I guarantee you are wrong. And that's the moment when you need to dig inside yourself, because if you think you're absolutely right, it means you've stopped learning.
And in closing, what's the biggest challenge you've had to overcome with your different businesses? If there's any one or two challenges.
I think the biggest challenge is being a visionary the way that I am. Sometimes along the way, when we're growing fast, I can assume that I've communicated something to someone and thought they got it, but then found out later that either I thought I had the conversation or I never covered it enough. But I have, what I've learned is to really, really over communicate your messaging and just demand clarity all the time. And you have to invite people to be able to approach you with any question or confrontation that they feel is productive to moving something forward.
And in closing as well, you have a book. The name of the book is?
The Hunt.
The Hunt, H-U-N-T.
H-U-N-T. And it's a great book. It's a great read. And it was almost a year, be 2 years in April ago. Yep. But it feels like when I just read it recently again, and it feels like it's pretty darn fresh, and 67% female read, and I think that's kind of cool. So,
and how can people get the book?
You can get it on Amazon, you get it on BarnesandNoble.com, anywhere, easy to get, and write a review if you like it too. I never say that, and I should.
I would tell you that David Farbman is a dynamic individual. He's full of excitement. He is a visionary. His passion is off the chart. And he and I did some work together recently, and we just had a blast. So, David, thank you very much for coming in. We appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Right on. I appreciate it too.
Oh, my pleasure.